Okay, so today's VEDA topic is about various TV shows, and so I'm going to give you my top 5 recommended TV shows. My number 1 favorite TV show of all time is Arrested Development. I have never watched a show with more recursive jokes in my life. You definitely have to watch this one in order, and it is definitely rewatchable, and it is definitely hilarious. The show is basically about a very dysfunctional family. Your main character, Michael, and his son, George Michael, played by Michael Cera. How many times can I say Michael in one video? Are living in this, model home. George Blue Sr., which is Michael's father, is the developer of, suburban homes. They're kind of like the pre-made houses. And they come under some financial investigation. The father goes to jail, and basically everyone else just tries to get money from Michael and to bleed the company dry. A very close second is Firefly. Firefly is more of a drama. It's best described as a space western. It follows the adventures and misadventures of Captain Malcolm Reynolds, played by Nathan Fillion, and his crew. Firefly is such a great show, I'm basing my entire wedding around it, if you didn't already know that. Joss Whedon is the creator of Firefly. A lot of his shows air on Fox, who are pretty much willing to try anything, but also are impatient for ratings to go up. So Firefly actually got canceled after only half a season. So we only have 14 episodes of this awesomeness, which means if you haven't checked it out, you definitely have time to do so. And also, they're all on Netflix. Instant. What makes Firefly so great is that you cannot help but love the characters. They're interesting, they're funny at times, it's dramatic, there's romance, therethere's drama, there's action, there's guns and horses and cowboys and spaceships and hookers. But it all combines together so well. It's like this huge melting pot of goodness, all stirred by one Nathan Fillion. Third favorite TV show is probably Futurama. Futurama is a cartoon. It is written by a staff that includes a couple of PhDs. It's done by the same people who do The Simpsons, so it's kind of done in the same style. You have a lot of stupid humor, but those PhDs throw in a lot of clever jokes. It's like The Simpsons for geeks. It also kind of revolves around spaceships. Fry and Leela and their crew work for the professor, who sends them on various trips because they are a delivery service. And so they travel all over the galaxy, delivering packages and mostly screwing things up. It was on the air for a while, and then it went off air, and then they did a couple movies in between, 4 different movies. And so now it's finally back on air, which is kind of cool. So my 4th favorite TV show is Dollhouse, which is another Joss Whedon creation. Dollhouse revolves around this ridiculously interesting concept of using humans as dolls, where you can just inject any personality, any skill trait, any of that into their brain and keep writing over it. Of course, something goes wrong and went wrong with the first doll, Alpha. And he is played by Alan Tudyk, who also was in Firefly as Wash. I forgot to mention that. It is really good. Unfortunately, like many of other Josh's stuff, it was canceled after only 2 seasons. Fox has no idea what it's doing. The last and final show I'm going to talk about today is Mystery Science Theater 3000, affectionately known as MST3K. It basically takes a really bad movie, puts it in the context of evil villains trying to force this guy to watch these movies out of the punishment, and they're gonna take over the world, and but anyway, it's really just like a vehicle for these guys to make fun of this terrible B movie. But anyway, you do have to be kind of culturally in the know for that time period. They were created in the early 90s, late 80s. They mention a lot of different celebrities and stuff that was going on. In fact, a popular drinking game that I just made up off the top of my head would be that every time you don't understand the cultural reference, take a shot. You'll have no idea what's going on by the end of the movie. One more thing before I go. I'm actually going to Pioneer, Illinois for the next 3 days. I am joining one of my friends on a farm. She has an internship at a bakery there. So I'm going to go, and I hopefully will get to bake and take long walks and kind of get my mind off all the stressful stuff that are happening here. So videos will probably be postponed for a little bit. I'm going to see if I can't take some footage down there so I can at least make one video about my trip. But we'll see what happens when I get back. See ya!